I've been seeing these around stores, Toys R Us and Walmart, and really haven't seen the ones that I really wanted to get, which were the Sergeant Stalker and this guy, the Hazard Viper. I am kind of, you know, I don't know, I'm maybe regretting it a little bit, just because of the fact that he's such a borrower of other people's weapons. And now they do come together to make a pretty cool figure, and I like the idea of it and the way they've been kind of weaving this story through the card backings and the thing, much like the Masters of the Universe has been doing through their card backs. And I'm talking about the whole Compound Z sort of a thing, which will be pretty relevant or apparent with the next wave, which I'm really excited about. No, I'm sorry, it would be the next two, not the next wave, but the wave after that. Because I've also seen the next wave, which is the whole Renegades wave, which initially I was kind of eager for, but seeing the figures, I decided to pass on them, except for those in the second wave, which I think fit in either circumstances. They're really meant to be part of the Renegades, but they still fit in with the reimagined G.I. Joes. And likely they're going to be the last sort of classic G.I. Joes that we're going to get, because the movie coming out in this summer. And so anyway, let's take a look at the card back here, and you can see that it mentions stuff that they come with, and I know that a lot of people have been noticing that in subsequent waves that things have been left out, or other things have been put in besides what's on the card, but here they've listed everything that's listed comes with the figure. And here's the mysterious chemical compound Z that is mentioned in there. Like I said, the Compound Z comes into effect with one of the characters that is in the not the next wave, but the wave after that. That would be the Zombie Viper, I think they call him, which looks to be a really cool figure. I've seen some people have already gotten him, and hopefully I'll be able to find that wave soon. Let's get into his accessories here. First, we'll take his base, Hazard Viper on the COBRA base there. He's got the suitcase, which came with the Destro, and you can open this, and instead of money you find canisters of the Compound Z, which can be taken out and carried by the figure. And you can shut that back up. Again, you can see the problem of the stress being put on that plastic there, which I fear will eventually snap, but hopefully that'll be a while. Let's take his backpack weapon, which I guess spreads the Compound Z. It is the same backpack and weapon that the Ice Destro used, and has the same gimmick where you can suck water up and then spray it back out. I haven't tried it yet. I'm not going to, but I'll just take Hasbro's word for it that it works. And so that is kind of disappointing that they just reused that same old weapon. Just like Ice Destro, he comes with that same little handheld weapon. And not one, but 2 pistols, which is kind of annoying because he really doesn't have any place to put the pistols, even though he has plenty of room. I mean, they could have put a little holster on either side here. They could have made this a holster. His sculpt is pretty unique in terms of body-wise. I think he's got the armored... I think I've seen these in the... what is it? I think I've seen these before in the Iron Grenadier armor. I may be wrong, but he's got very nice thick pants here, like the suit, a biosuit would be. Like the COBRA symbols here on the front. He's got these oxygen tanks or rebreather tanks here that can come off, and they can detach from the gas mask. And I've noticed they also has an extra hole in there for something that I can't figure out what that would be for. But his whole helmet section comes undone, or comes off. And although it doesn't, I've tried to fit it here, it really doesn't get underneath there too good. And I think it would be a lot better if it did, because then it would look as if it were actually sealed and really self-contained off from any of the dangerous chemicals that he'd be dealing with. And unfortunately, the head looks to be just like another reuse of the beachhead head, and it is pretty posable. Goes up and down, left and right, and side to side. You can take this portion of his armor off. I'm not going to. It doesn't really impede any of the articulation here too much, so that's pretty good. His arms go all the way around. They do get pushed out by the tops of the this little armor, suit. Does go in and out, bend and rotate at the elbow, and rotate at the wrist. Can't really use his upper torso articulation aside from left and right. But his legs go forward and back, out to the side, about that far. A little further on this leg because this leg has this detailing pouch on it. And his knees are a little bit strange because they're so big. But he does bend at the knee as well as rotate there. And his feet rotate and bend as well. While I really don't like the reuse of a lot of the weapons from the Destro figure, I think the mask and the overall look of the figure make it a nice addition to the COBRA forces, and the fact that he's got the case that you can carry around the compound Z in safely is pretty cool. So I guess that'll do it for the Hazard Viper. And stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be able to track down some more G.I. Joe pretty soon. And until then, I'll see you.